Greetings, I'm Professor K, and in this short video presentation, we're going to see how we go about adjusting the date and the time on our Windows 10 machine. Everything we do in the Windows 10 operating system or any Microsoft operating system is time-stamped, and that's for security reasons. So if you're off on your time and your date, and you go to the bank and you want to do something online and you need to pull down an SSL certificate, if your date and time is off by enough, you're going to generate an error and you will be denied access. Normally, your time cannot be off by more than 5 minutes, and you must have the correct date for you to be able to use and generate an SSL certificate. So let's see how we go about adjusting the date and the time for our Windows 10 machine. Now, to begin this process, I'm just going to go over here to my bottom taskbar to the right, and I'm going to find my date and time, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to adjust date and time. Now once I'm up inside of the date and time settings, is to allow Windows 10 to manage the time and the date automatically. Also, you can set the date and time manually if that's what you want to do. Another great feature that we have with Windows date and time is the ability to add clocks for different time zones. So if you're working remotely and you need to know what time it is on the East Coast as well as the West Coast or Central Time, you can add additional clocks. You can't add a lot, but you can add at least 2. So let's take a look at how we go about adding a clock for a different time zone. I'm going to click on that option. Now I can show this clock and I can pull this down, and I want one for Pacific Time, and I can call it Pacific Time so it's easy for me to identify it. And I can add another clock. And this one here, I can pull this down and I can select the Eastern Time Zone. And I can call this, and then I can say apply, I can say OK. Now when I go over here, you'll see that I have 3 clocks. I have one for my local time, I have one for Pacific Time, and I have one for Eastern Time. Now another thing you can do is also sync your time with an atomic time clock, and there's many of those available. But you can choose one, or you can allow to use the Microsoft, which is the default. So you can say sync now. Again, for security reasons, I cannot overemphasize the importance of having your date and time for your Windows 10 machine set correctly. So one of the first things we want to look for when we're having problems connecting to a site or getting access denied is ensuring that our date and time are set correctly for the local machine. And so that's going to conclude this short video presentation on how we go about setting the date and the time on our Windows 10 machine. So if you have any questions or you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out, contact your instructor, and I'll see you in my next video.